let's continue the game. I really think we're gonna meet Yuka in a little while, so I wanted to stop the last recording before we meet her because it's probably going to be like some big revelation, or like she's gonna say something that's going to completely blow Kyoji's mind, so I wanted to give that. I wanted to put that in a different video. Gosh, this wig is feeling it. I can sense it is hating me already. He's glad Akane enjoyed it too. He's never even considered hanging out with Akane like this before he moved away. You mean like going out as friends even? Oh god. You really have a sad life if you don't like just casually go out with your friends. It probably would have been weird. Back then they would have had hardly anything to talk about. You didn't really have much to talk about even now. Some part of him was worried that today would prove similarly awkward. Finding out that wasn't true was such a relief. He's glad to have come back here. Yeah, I fucking knew it. I knew it. Oh, the song. Ooh. You look like you're having fun. He stiffened at the sound of this voice. He sees a small round object poking out of a nearby alley. It's someone's head, and it's giggling. He recognizes that voice. You're Yuka, right? She doesn't step out though. Her head alone pokes out of the alleyway, giggling and cackling at him. That's creepy. Come on out already. Pisses him off. What's with this messed up situation? Stop fooling Al already. Just come on out. He stomps over to her, extending his arm with the intent of pulling her into view, but Yuka quickly pulls her head back into the alley. The moment he looks around the corner, he freezes up. There's no one there. Doesn't even hear any footsteps. The only thing he can find is a small puppet lying on the pavement. Oh! The puppet's head looks a lot like Yuka's face. Arara? Oh, that was so cute. Did he take the puppet? Hey, you're home. How was the day? Arara? Emiko came to greet him at the door, places her index finger on her cheek and gives him a quizzled look. What's wrong? You look glum. Did you and Akane-chan have a fight? No. Really? Kyoji brushes past her. Miko looks through the open apartment door, peering up at the sky outside. Oh, it's dark already. You did walk Akane-chan home, right? Yep. He goes to his room and topples onto his bed, lying on his back. He's beset by the kind of exhaustion one feels after a great deal of stress. Like after watching a horror movie or exiting a haunted mansion in the amusement park. The only difference is that the fear hasn't completely left his body yet. No, the terror is still there, sitting like a lump in the pit of his stomach. As long as it's there, it continues to fill his heart with a dark, swirling emotion. Oh yeah, Miko, sweetheart. Hey, tell me what's wrong, really. What happened? Miko approaches him concerned. He considers confiding in Yamiko, but he isn't sure how to explain the emotions he feels when thinking of Yuka. After all, she's just a little girl. She's shorter, thinner, and weaker than him. She might appear in unexpected places and say weird things. That can only be interpreted as a child's poor sense of humor. Most people would just think she's grown attached to him. Kyo-chan? We said it at once. He feels the mattress underneath him sink down. It seems Yamiko has taken a seat next to him. Can't you tell me? I think I can understand you better than most adults, you know? Hearing her usual tone relaxes him a bit. Miko really isn't like what most of the adults he knows. She's more free and unrestrained. She'll hear him out, and if it's just about this weird, undergrounded, inexplicable fear. Yamiko-san, But just as Kyoji tries to speak, his phone's ringtone plays in his breast pocket, telling him he's received a message. You have like a whole song to say that you got a text? Give me a sec. It's from Akane. He hurriedly opens the text. Today was fun. I had fun today. Thanks for walking me home. My kid brother keeps asking me questions. It's kind of annoying. They're so precocious now that it's becoming too much to handle. Let's go watch a movie again sometime. It's just the most basic ass orange strip. Oh my god, Kyoji, you're such a mid-man. The hell's wrong with me? Kyoji cracks a smile. Her message is so peaceful and run-of-the-mill, it makes him feel stupid for being so frightened. Looks like you two made up. Yumiko peers at his phone from the side and smirks at him. She looks like she thinks everything's alright now. But Kyoji figures it's fine to leave it at that. Just tell her. Just tell her. Oh my god. Finally, truly and honestly feels relaxed. Just tell her. Then, I suppose the field trip is called off then? Yeah, it's probably for the better. That's what the middle-aged teacher tells his wife of many years. His wife nods again and again and then places a hand on her cheek. I guess it's to be expected, what with all these weird incidents recently. Yes, really. Just what kind of lunatic would do these terrible things? Anyways, thanks for the dinner, dear. He brings his hands together in gratitude and retires to his study. With his plans for tomorrow's class having changed, he needs to prepare a different lesson plan. After their son moved out, there was a free room in the house that he could finally use as his own personal study. He immediately puts the room to use, using it to smoke a cigarette in peace. This room is the only place in the house where he's allowed to... Ew. Imagine if the kid someday like has to move back or some shit, and the room is just disgusting and just smells like smoke. Ugh. I hate people who smoke indoors. Like, if you want to feel your addiction, just go outside onto the balcony. Don't literally ruin the property. Like, ruin your body, but don't ruin the property, you know? Like, that's a bit expensive. After having a smoke, he opens a folder, rummaging through it for past materials that might be of use. He's a veteran teacher who has spent over 30 years in this area. Due to his line of work, his posting often changes, but he feels a great deal of affinity to this land and the school. By the time his career as a teacher really took off, he has already been assigned to this school once before. That makes it the second time he's worked at this school. If one were to combine the duration of his previous tenure with this time here now, he's been employed at the school for over 10 years. Many of his alumni live in the area, and while he can't say he didn't have his share of bad students, none of them were deprived enough to stoop to such terrible acts. Whoever is behind this incident must be some kind of degenerate from outside town. Some people say that the town's insular society has a way of turning its citizens into criminals, but that's nonsense. Those people don't understand anything. He has always believed that's simply impossible. This must be the doings of an outsider. Big city drives people mad. The new students who transferred into Class 2A last week is a good example of that. Ooh, what? I mean, Kyoji is in a case. But right now he's not in like serial killer leagues, you know. And also I think more insane people are actually in villages. I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I have lived in both places in a lot of cities, and let me tell you, the village is frightening. people will literally kill and not think anything of it. Like, I myself would not kill animals because, yeah, like, I sometimes eat meat, but I wouldn't want to kill the animal with my own hands. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, if it was survival, like, okay, like, I'm gonna stab a fish or something. But, yeah, like, I don't kill animals on the regular, and also just, like, for fun shoot pets. Like, when I lived in a village, people would literally just, like, shoot animals or kill them, not even for consumption, just because they annoyed them. And that's the thing, like, that's insane. Like, you are mentally unwell if you don't kill animals for consumption. Like, there would be people in the village who would just, like, they would see a neighbor's dog in their, like, backyard or something. Like, of course, like, it's a village. There's dogs and cats everywhere. Like, they're running around. There's no really proper restraints, and people's houses and, like, backyards, like, fences and stuff have holes in them. Like, animals are just gonna get through them. And, like, these people would see a neighbor's dog inside of their backyard and just shoot it. Because, like, oh, he stepped on my property. Like, are you fucking insane? Not even, like, if the dog was trying to, you know, kill them. Like, okay, like, you're trying to save your life. No, the dog would just, like, be sniffing around, and they would just shoot it because it went on their property. The same with cats and birds. Like, they would just shoot birds that they would find annoying. Like, oh, that bird sings too loudly, and they would just shoot it. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Village people are mentally unwell. There's more issues with village people, in my opinion. And, like, older generations are just, like, insane in their own way in villages. But younger generations, they might go insane from, like, the older generation, like, being around them and not having many young people to be around and not having, like, places to escape to and not being able to, like, pursue hobbies and education and stuff like that will drive a person more insane. Like, in the city, if you're having a bad moment, you could, I don't know, like, go to a cafe. Like, there are so many of them. Go to a restaurant, go to a strip club, go to a casino, I don't fucking know, just, like, vent your frustrations out. But, like, in a village, you don't have that. So it makes the people's insanity get bottled up and they just go wild. So yeah, I think it's not an outsider from the city, it's probably a village person. Apparently, he's originally from this town, but look at him now. After growing up into an adolescent under the big city's influence, he started trouble as soon as he transferred in. All these kids who stir up trouble and try to stand down must be inspired by the big city's bad influences. Oh my fucking god. I tell you, village people, mentally ill. This kidnapper character is most certainly not a local. It's simply comic. Are you saying Kyoji is the kidnapper? I mean, it wouldn't be that insane. That'd be a good twist, actually, but... This thought is what helps him protect his world. With this, his world remains infallible, without a single blemish or crack. People who would do such vile things can't possibly be around him. This is all the work of outsiders. Isn't he inside his house? Can that thing just freely go inside people's houses? Or is it outside the window? You're stupid. Don't you think so? Another voice fills the room, making the teacher jump. Yes, I do. I do think so indeed. At first, he can't see where the voice is coming from. He looks around, but can't find anyone else in the room. As he looks around in panic, he hears the voice again. Over here, looky over here. Ooh. Freaky fuck. Who are you? How did you get in here? For some reason, the mysterious man lets out a rolling, high-pitched laugh in response. That laugh causes him to demand in a frenzy. What's so funny? That's philosophical. A very philosophical question. Yes, very deep, quite profound. You're stupid, but that question wasn't bad at all. The way this person speaks is off. One closer inspection, he has 2 sock puppets on his hands, as if he's putting on some kind of weird performance. If you ask me who I am, then I might be anyone, and I might be no one. How's that? Was the answer philosophical? Yes, that feels right. This feels oh so sophical. He's not quite going to dignify this by giving it attention. He bites his lip, disgusted. He's still confused, but at length, realization dawns on him. This is a trespasser. He makes for the door, intending to have his wife call the police. Whoa there! What looks like a black curtain suddenly drops in front of him. The man, who was in the corner just a moment ago, now stands right in front of him. You can leave, but there's a little something I need to do first. Yes, sir, I must do indeed. There's something I must simply do. What? The eyes man's narrow in fear. Don't worry, I ain't gonna eat you. All men don't enjoy my stomach. Yes, indeed, I'm a gourmand. Yes, I am. But I'm still gonna pull a teensy-weensy little prank. So he's not just going for children or women anymore, but for like... Oh... Well, we got another CG, like that was quick. Something really feels really off, like her head is bigger than her chest. Huh. She feels way too like skinny. Also, I love the angle, like whenever older visual novels had CGs, it was mostly like slanted like this so they could fit more of the character's body, and I just fucking love that. Okay, so was the teacher abducted now? What happened? Huh. Also, I kinda don't get a lot of like the kidnappings. Like, I think the game is supposed to show like, oh, like YUKA and the dude that's like boring people, like they're doing this with Kyoji in mind, but the first few victims, they didn't have anything to do with Kyoji, so that's a bit strange. Or was he just like a bit hungry so he just had to nibble at the locals or something? I don't get it that much. Good morning, Kyoji. Kyoji groggily drags his feet as he shambles to the door, then greets her with a sleepy voice. Morning. Why do you always have to be such a sleepyhead? Go wash your face. Also, how soon does Akane have to wake up to then go to Kyoji's place, wait for him to like get ready to go to school, like, you know, like wash himself, put on clothes, pack his stuff, get changed, and so how soon does she have to wake up to see that lazy ass bitch for like 20 minutes trying to get ready? Girl, it ain't worth it. Just let him fail class. Let him get, you know. Oh, the bikers. Like, let him just get expelled by being late. Why do you care? Why do you always have to be such a sleepyhead? Go wash your face. At this point, she can't even use the delivery of handouts as an excuse to come here, but he doesn't bring that up to her. They go to school together once again. Oh, fuck. I'm a little cold on my hands, so I'm gonna put something around myself. Jesus Christ, my nose. I had to blow my nose as well. Also this. It was... This like... what's it called? Dress shirt? Like, I remember it being a lot bigger. Like, now it's kinda tight on the armpits. Did I get bigger? Oh no. They go to the school together once again, speaking about this and that as they walk. As the school slowly comes into view, they spot more students walking together in groups. Akane pushes Kyoji forward. You go ahead. Why? What? What's the big idea? Just say you're dating. What's the big issue? God. Just go. I think everyone already knows we went to watch a movie together. So it'd be awkward if we walked into class together too. Why? Anyways, I'll come to class in a bit. Bye. I mean, sure. That kinda, you're so strange as well. I hate how you can't really see these ponytails. Like, I want them to be visible. Come on. Just the other day, she was complaining about Kyoji not wanting to walk with her. But today she's complaining about the opposite. He thinks to himself that surely they're probably way past that point already. Kyoji were literally the same, like, 2 days ago. Kyoji slowly pulls ahead of her. When he next glances over his shoulder, he sees Akane following about 50 meters behind him. Her eyes are fixed directly on him. There's a faint smile on her lips, which makes Kyoji smile too. Dummy. Kyoji throws his bag over his shoulder and passes through the school gate. I am not understanding their relationship. They're like two infantile children. That morning is relatively peaceful. As soon as Akane makes it to the classroom, the girls surround and start teasing her. Kyoji occasionally feels the prickle of their gazes on him, but he tries to ignore it. Being self-conscious about it would probably just make him look lame. You are lame. Although some of the boys ask him the odd teasing questions, they don't make nearly as much of a fuss about it as the girls do. It seems like it's mostly because the guys are still afraid of Sadashima's group. For some reason, the three weirdos are oddly docile today. They're huddled together and whispering about something, but they keep their voices down and are uncharacteristically quiet. That's a bad sign. What is Sadashima gonna do? Sadashima himself doesn't seem to planning to make any moves for now. He's holed up in his usual corner, sitting while surrounded by his croonies as always. Kyoji can feel the occasional glance he throws in his direction. Though. I think there's something up. Just ignore him, Kyoji. I know, I'm not gonna give him the time of day. Shinta gives him a concerned warning. Kyoji replies calmly. During class and breaks in between, Kyoji's gaze occasionally meets Akane's. From time to time, he realizes that someone is looking at him. Whenever he looks up from his textbooks, he catches Akane looking at him from the middle row. Every time their eyes meet, she blushes and turns her face back towards the blackboard. The teacher even scolds her once for looking away. Akane. Sweetheart, he is so not worth you not paying attention in class. What the hell are you doing? Jin no Kyoji-kun. Oh, yes? Would you keep your eyes on the lesson? Now, translate page 94 for us. Okay. Now that he's one to talk, Kyoji thinks to himself. They have an off-campus excursion planned for class that afternoon. After Kyoji gets himself something to eat at the school store and starts talking with Shinta, Akane approaches them both. The other girls are all looking at them from afar and giggling. Maybe he's imagining it, but Akane's expression looks a bit proud. It's supposed to be an investigation of the town. The teacher's going to assign us areas so we can make a map. There's serial murders happening, and you're making the children look through the town or something? Apparently, this whole matter was planned out the week before Kyoji transferred in. It seems that the groups that are investigating each site have already been decided on. So wait, was that the field trip or whatever the fuck the teacher was going on about? Did YUKA not want him to stop doing that? So maybe she could meet Kyoji? I'm confused. What are you going to do, Kyoji? I think you're the only one who isn't in a group. Well, I don't know. Which group are you in, Shinta? Shinta's gaze moves from Kyoji to Akane, then back again. You know that if I invite you now, I'll just come across as a bad guy, right? No one said that. Plus, my group is all girls, so Kyoji would just feel awkward if he joined. I'm sure your group is definitely better, Maki-kun. Oh, sweetheart. But you want to be in the same group as Shino-kun, right, Akane-chan? Oh, he cuts off Akane before she can continue. Finish. Hey, Aoi, where did you come from? Akane goes very red as she turns towards Kyoji. Boys should be in boys groups, right, Kyoji? Yeah? Spurred by her prodding, Kyoji ends up nodding in agreement. But things don't end up going that way. Is the person that's been like going around murdering, can he take other people's bodies? Or did he just mind like fuck him up, like mind break him or some shit? What? Regarding today's investigation of the city, it will take place as planned. The teacher is talking strangely. Kyoji exchanges puzzled looks with his classmates. However, there will be changes. Last week you submitted a schedule, but it will have to be discarded. The entire class starts mumbling in confusion. Sensei, what do you mean discarding the schedule? One of the boys raises his voice, but the teacher ignores his question and starts passing out handouts with awkward, stiff motions. Your teams will be according to this list. Your designated sites will also be according to this list. Kyoji reads the handouts that's passed down to him from the front seat. What is this paper? The group's assignments are written in childish crook writing. He said the teacher wrote them with his non-dominant hand. Was it YUKA? And the spacing between each of the letters is weird too, so much so that it's difficult to read. Each letter is either too high, too low, or simply off from the ones before and after it. Names keep wandering out of lines, meaning it's hard to tell who's in which group. On top of that, the groups have been given strange names like Happy Bear Group or Hoppy Rabbit Group. Incidentally, Kyoji's group is apparently called Brady Cat Group.
なんだこの妙な名前。まあでも同じ班になったな、教授。
What's with those weird names? Well, I guess we're still in the same group, Kyoji. Yeah, I said the other members are Akane, Aoi, and Kika. Woo! Why is Yuka planning? The other members are Akane, Aoi, and Kika. That's fortunate enough, since none of Sadashima's gang are in it, but... Kyoji looks at the assignment puzzled. Maybe he's reading too much into it, but the rest of the group seems to have been organized either by alphabetical order or according to the number seats. So why is Kyoji's group the only one that's different? But Sensei, why can't we go with the group assignments we decided on earlier? One girl raises her hand in complaint. Feel the other students murmur in agreement. Shut your mouth. The teacher slams the textbook in his hand against his lectern. The girl who spoke up jolts in fright. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! With each word, he slams the book against the table again and again. He jumps up high behind the lectern, shaking his head so hard his hair flaps around. Huh. It looks to Kyoji like he's headbanging at a concert. You will do as your teacher says. Good boys and girls, obey their teacher. Yes, they do. Yes, indeed. I'm trying to make my voice like fucker Rambo. If that's clear, then go! Come on! Oh, hurry! The teacher points at the door, frothing at the mouth. Sadashima's group is the first to stand up. Hey, let's bounce. I'm not playing along with this bullshit. He and his flunkies ignore the group assignments, walking out of the classroom. After that, the rest of the students, although seemingly displeased with the affair, join up with their groups and leave. The girls approach Kyoji. Oh, let's go. Yeah, good idea. They pick up their notebooks and writing utensils before getting to their feet. As they're about to leave the classroom, Kyoji turns around one last time. He sees the teacher suddenly looking up like a toy that has been sprung freshly wound. He turns to Kyoji's group, his expression blank and his mouth closed, and looks at them the same way a small child might. Kyoji feels like he's just witnessed something oddly forbidden. That thought makes him hurry out into the corridor and close the door behind him. I wonder if he's exhausted or something. Does being tired make you go off the rails that badly? Well, my grandma always tells me that people crack really easily when they build up stress. I hope he has a good therapist. I have to take a picture of this. I'm gonna send it to my friend. Okay. Everyone chimes in with something, but it feels like none of them are that convinced of what they're saying. Let's get going. We don't have that much time to do this. What the fuck are you doing? At Kyoji's urging, the group starts moving towards their designated spot. What are they supposed to— oh no! Oh no! This place again? As they step into the shrine's grounds, Kyoji lets out a heavy sigh. The designated site, as on the handout, is near the Nishimori shrine. They'll agree it'd be faster to cut through the shrine's grounds, and so they just ended up here again, 5 days after their first visit. Over here, Jinno-kun. Kika waves at him. They go down a road leading past the main shrine building and onto the trail. If they go much further, they'll find the Hokora Yamiko investigated the other day. Wow, this is rough! Despite being the most athletic amongst them by virtue of them of being on the soccer team, Shinta's the first to complain. Aren't you in the sports
部
club?
活で疲れるから余計なことで疲れたくないんだよ。
My club wears me out plenty as it is. I no need to exhaust myself doing anything else.
もうちょっと歩いたら少し道が平らになるからそこまで頑張りなさいよ。
The slope should even out in a little while, so just keep at it. Akane looks a little annoyed. Seeing her this way has Kyoji worried about her even more. This area has been pretty bad memories for her and Kyoji after all. They are teasing me, they are cock teasing me so badly, they are wringing my nerves out. Please just tell me. I'm going insane. It seems like Akane hasn't forgotten what happened either. Kyoji looks away, feeling like there's a bone stuck in his throat. There's a blank map on the handout. The part that depicts the top of the mountain where the Hokora is circled.
葵、色鉛筆出して。
Aoi, can you take out the colored pencils?
うん。
Yeah. When they reach the peak, Akane starts drawing the Hokora.
しかしさ、こんなところであと何を描けばいいわけ？他に何にもなさそうだけどな。
Oh, they're supposed to be drawing the places that they go to? What else are we supposed to draw here though? It doesn't look like there's anything else around.
でもこれ一つだけ書いて帰るわけにも。
But we can't go back after drawing just one spot. Aoi says, nervously fidgeting
周
around.
りに木の絵でも描く。
Maybe we should draw the trees or something? If we do that, all we'll be drawing is trees. But actually, if you go a bit ahead, there's this old well. Kyoji raises his hand to point it out.
そういえばそうだったね。
Right, there's that. Might be worth checking out. Should we? No one seems to be against it, and with nothing else to investigate, they end up going to the well. Kyoji slows down and matches his pace with Akane, who's uncharacteristically hanging back behind the rest of the group. You alright?
何が？
Huh? Why'd you ask? Akane looks at him with an oddly strange expression. No, it's just, you know, that was around it, and you were pretty scared of it.
やだ、そのこと。
Oh, well, that? Akane's expression mellows.
大丈夫だよ。あれは井戸がっていうより、ユカって子がちょっとね。
That's
それに
fine.
ほら、今日は人数も多いし。
That's fine. The world didn't really creep me out. It was more that girl, Yuka. And besides, we're a big group today. Yeah, well, that's good to hear. I really want them to open the well. Oh god, this CG is so ominous, so nice. I really like how it's drawn. Oh, I love this. Kyoji remembers that it felt like it took a long time to reach the well the last time they came here. This time it seems they reach it awfully quickly. Suppose the familiar brickwork well hidden under the shadows of the tree.
井戸って
The shadows, there's light coming literally down there. So, this is the well? Yep.
へえ、こんなのがあるなんて俺知らなかったよ。
Wow, I didn't know something like this was here. The well hasn't changed since the last time they saw it. What was the story behind the well again? There was like... I remember there was like human legs in the well. Did people put corpses in there to feed that person, that thing who like bored that girl a few moments ago? I don't know. The vines they tore away from back then are still lying on the ground, wilted and dry. The concrete lid is still sitting slightly askew on the well, just as they left it. Open it.
古い戸。こんな感じかしら。
An old well. How's this look?
みそのさんって絵が上手だよな。
You're really good at drawing, Misono-san. Shinta says, sounding impressed as he looks at Kika's drawing.
葵？
What's wrong, Aoi? Aoi, who's been looking at the trees this whole time, murmurs in
家
reply.
が見える。
I can see a house over there.
家？
A house? Everyone's gazes follow Aoi's.
あ、本当だ。家がある。
Oh, you're right. There's a house over there. Without any of them really taking the lead, they're all still heading towards it. It's a bit hard to see, but there's a proper path leading to it. The ground is flatter and all the rough pebbles have been removed. At some point, flagstone starts to pave its length. The woods open into a wide clearing. Ooh. Yeah, somebody is definitely living there. That is clear of anything. Somebody is going inside now. Is that like Yuka's place? The stone paved road leads to a large, old-fashioned western estate. The facade and top hinged windows are covered in vines. The gables have engravings on them and the roof is covered in slate tiles. It's Kyoji's first time seeing such a large, fancy estate. Shinta's mouth hangs open. Holy cow! I think it's my first time seeing something like this, Kyoji. Did you know this house was here? No. Kyoji shakes his head. He used to play around here all the time back when he lived here as a kid, but he never knew about this. That's suspicious. Something feels off about this. It's possible that he missed the wall, but the fact he never saw this large house once in all the years he's played around in these woods strikes him as wrong. Yeah. Akane seems to be thinking the same thing because she looks at it with surprised, incredulous eyes. It doesn't look like it's been newly built. Definitely not. The place looks like it's falling apart. It's completely covered with overgrown vines. It certainly doesn't look like a new building. Most damning of it all, the cracked windows and the rotting wood of the front door. It doesn't look like anyone lives here. Only whispers. Yeah, it looks a little too run down for someone to live here. It's cool though. Ruins are exciting, don't you think? I actually like looking at picture collections of old buildings. Wow, I never knew you were into that. Well, it's not like my hobby, really. My mom and sister like to look at them a lot, though. As he says this, Shinta approaches the mansion. Maki-kun, isn't it dangerous? The place might be falling apart. Like, it either might be Yuka's place or like Kika. Don't worry, I'll be careful. Shinta peeks in through the window. Kyoji curiously follows after him. The window's glass is covered in dust, but Kyoji can still make out what's inside. Various old-fashioned furniture sits inside, looking similarly abandoned and uncared for. There's furniture inside. Nah, so is someone living in there? Akane asks curiously, following behind him. You're right. Is this the living room? This place looks rich. Looking around him, he sees Aoi and Hikaru are also standing nearby, peering inside just like him. I mean, you can abandon a place without taking the furniture and stuff. Huh, but if there's furniture in there, does that mean someone's living here? Someone lives here? You don't know that. You can find things like syringes and old medical equipment lying around in abandoned hospitals, right? Did you learn that from your sister's picture collections too? Yep, it's super creepy. Apparently a murder took place in this one hospital. Hey, no scary stories right now. I'm gonna cut Shinta off. You're the one telling me that? Usually you're the first to listen to horror stories. Yeah, but not here and now. Excuse me? A feeble voice disturbs their conversation. Are you the grandma who got her shit whacked by the grandchild? An aging woman with a very emaciated face looks at them from the front door. She wears an eye patch on her hollow cheeked pallid face. She has bandages around her neck, a hunched back, and a crooked posture that only remains upright by virtue of leaning on a crane. She looks less like a woman and more like a hag. Sickly, injured appearance isn't pleasant to behold. Feeling uncomfortable how they were just vocally criticizing her house, Koichi awkwardly freezes up.
皆さん、下の学校の学生さんですわよね。
Are you all from the school at the bottom of the mountain?
そうです。すみません。勝手にお庭に入り込んじゃって。
Yes, that's right. We're sorry for stepping into your garden like this.
私たち授業の一環でこの辺りの地図を作りに来たんです。たまたま通りかかってあんまり素敵なお宅だったものですから。
Kika is so smart. We're on an assignment to draw a map of the area for class. We were passing by, and before your house was quite lovely.
すみません、すぐに出ます。
Oh, sorry, we'll be right out. Shinta hurriedly starts to leave, but the woman stops him with a strained expression.
行かないで。よろしかったら。
Oh, her expression is freaky. Oh, I don't like that. Oh no. Oh, I don't like that expression. That is fucking freaky. Nah. Dogo, I'd like to invite you inside for tea if you don't mind. The offer catches them by surprise. They all exchange glances. Oh, she looks really freaky.
でも私たち授業中ですからあんまり長くは。
We're in the middle of an assignment for school. We can't stay for too long. The woman implores them, wringing her hand with a desperate expression.
お手間は取らせませんから。うちのその娘があなた方にぜひ会いたいと。
I won't take much of your time. My daughter says she very much wants to see you. Daughter?
かわいそうな子なんです。病気で学校にも行けなくて。ですから、お願いいたします。お願いいたします。
Yes, the poor thing. She's sick and can't attend school. So if you could, please. Oh, somebody told me this. Nah. I am getting the fuck out of there because that sounds so sketchy. That sounds so suspicious. I am getting the fuck out of there. No way in hell. If this group of people has any sense of, like, you know, survival instinct, they will go the fuck away. She bows her head again and again. The woman's age, not to mention her emaciated, sickly appearance, makes it hard for them to refuse when she begs them like this. This is the type of people that will go into a van when they were offered candy to go inside. Literally. What are you doing? No! You can't. No. Akane turns to look at Kyoji with a troubled expression.
どうする？
What do we do? She asks him. Why are you asking me? I don't know, I just feel like I should. It's not just Akane, everyone's gaze are fixed on Kyoji. He isn't sure how or why, but for some reason, everyone here is looking to him to make a decision. Why me? Damn it, well... Whew! Okay, so... No, we're not going in. No. What? Whoa, that was a lot going on there. I kind of wanna see what would happen if we went in there now. Are we really going to get killed if we go in? I kind of want to see now. What if something like really bad happens? I really want to see my first like fucked up CG. What if we stepped inside there was something really bad? You should know we're in the middle of an assignment. I'll come back to this one. This is a very special choice, and I'm now torn. That much is true, but he honestly just doesn't want to go into the mansion. Yeah.
ま、それもそうだよな。
I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
でもさ、こんなに頼まれちゃって。
Akane, you would be the first person to step inside of a white van if they told you there's candy inside. You're so stupid. Also, can't the woman hear them talking like this amongst themselves? Oh, but come on, she has to so politely. I feel bad saying no, don't you?
そうね。
Oh, Kika,
少しくらいならいい
no,
じゃ
don't
ない
be
かしら。
scared. No, no, we're not going. Yes, I suppose we could stay for a bit. Seriously, Akane, if you're gonna be like that, why did you even ask me?
どうか
So we're going inside?
我が娘の頼みをどうか
Guys, what the fuck? Please, really, please listen to my poor daughter's request, please. The woman looks like she might burst into tears. The gaze seems to beg Kyoji for help. That's exactly why that should be a red flag and you should get the fuck out of there. That is such a red flag. If a person is literally begging you to go inside and to see their poor little daughter who you don't even know, by the way. You don't know these people. And they're being really emotionally manipulative to make you do something. That is a red flag and you should never ever do that. No. Ugh. My goodness. Fucking god. Even Kyoji, despite his resistance, calm refused that, so they're going inside. Again, why do you give me this choice? If Kyoji is a dumb cunt and he's going to do something different anyways, why are you giving me the choice? The illusion of choice. Fucking hell. Well, just for a bit.
ありがとうございます
Thank you so much. Kyoji nods. The woman looks terribly relieved.
こちらですどうぞ
That looks like brand new. Didn't they say like they were looking inside and it looked abandoned? Please, come this way. The woman leads the group inside.
あのおばさん、お手伝いさんかな。
I'm pretty sure she shouldn't be. She looks ill. You think this old lady is the maid here or
で
something?
もさっき娘がって言ってたわよ。ここのお家の方なんじゃないかしら。
She said daughter earlier though. I think she lives here.
でもその割にはちょっと。
So, by your logic, Akane, a maid can be really sickly and fucked up, but a person just living in there couldn't. Like, that's the opposite. The maid is supposed to be capable of doing stuff. But she looks a little... Kinda hesitates before finishing a sentence, but Kyoji understands what she means. Can't the lady hear you? She looks far too shabby to be the owner of such a large mansion. Her unevenly cut hair is much too short. Patches of her scalp are entirely bare. What hair she does have is grizzled, dry and dull. The clothes she wears are also concerning. Her cardigan is covered in lint and full of holes. She certainly doesn't look like this house's owner, and you decided to go... If this wasn't like a horror game, I would have thought this character is mentally insane, like she just isn't taking care of herself and is just really emotional, and that's a really bad thing. You should call social security or something, because she clearly needs help from people because she is mentally unwell. You shouldn't follow her inside the house, which you don't know, which you could get trapped in. Just saying. The rhythm of her footsteps and the clicking of her thick cane leave his ears ringing.
看病疲れかもしれないわ。娘さんが病気なんですもの。それにご自分も多分。
You could also catch the illness. There's just so many things wrong with this. So many things. Maybe it's nursing fatigue? Her daughter is sick after all. And she's probably ill in some way too. Three of them walk ahead of Aoi, whispering so the woman ahead of them won't hear them. Pass through a large entrance hall, turn to the right, then walk down a corridor. As Kyoji looks around at the doors to either side, Shinta sidles up to him and whispers,
なあ教授
Hey, Kyoji. What?
こういう場合ってさだいたいエッチなことを始めた連中から先に死ぬんだよな
What? That was so left field. What the fuck are you saying? I mean, in horror movies, yeah, the first ones to go are usually the ones like fucking. But are you implying that Kyoji and Akane will fuck in this mansion? Because that is such a strange thing for you to say, and I don't know how to feel about that. I'm gonna be real with you. I really don't know how to feel about that. It's a bit strange of you to say something like that. You know how in situations like these, the first ones to go are the ones that are having sex? Huh?
いやホラー映画の場合じゃなかったらシャワーシーンが出てきた女優が死ぬんだ
The fuck is wrong with you? I mean, in horror movies, it's either that or it's a scene where a woman dies in the shower. You're watching horror movies that are not suitable for your age, sweetheart. Where are your parents? Kyoji tightly drops his shoulders. What are you talking about?
だってこのお屋敷ってそういう雰囲気じゃん
I mean, this mansion just has that feel. Despite his reaction, Kyoji can understand how Shinta feels. It's dark. Kyoji thinks that to himself as he looks around the place. The mansion is quite impressive. Kyoji is hardly an expert on the topic, but even he can tell that the furniture and fixtures are probably very expensive. However, everything is covered in thick layers of dust. Nothing looks like it's been properly taken care of, as if no one has cleaned or fixed up the place for years. Stale air makes Kyoji feel like he can't breathe properly. It occurs to him that any sick people living here probably won't get better because of just how filthy the place is.
こちらです。
Over here. The woman stops in front of a central door that's larger than the ones to either side. After she knocks on the door, a response comes from within. That seems like Yuka. Come in! She walks in
連れ
first.
てきたわよ。
I brought them over. Even though there's nothing suspicious about that exchange. At least on the surface level, Kyoji doesn't seem to be the only one that thinks this is very strange. Now you're thinking it's very strange that a person, a small girl, probably, has requested for her mother to bring her the children from outside. You don't think that's strange? You didn't think that was strange, huh? Also, that exchange just seems like she's a vampire living in this mansion and the woman just brought her breakfast. Everyone exchanges confused glances, but in the end they walked in as well. Whew. I'm losing my fucking brain. As soon as he steps into the room, Kyoji's eyes widen. Hello, Oni-chan. They'll uncomfortably settle into the sofa. They sit on an oblong sofa in the middle of the room. Kyoji's sitting in the middle with Akane and Shinta beside him. Aoi and Kika take another sofa on the left. Yeah, this... It was expected, but... Sitting on the seat opposite of them is Yuka, her lips curled up in a sweet smile and her head cocked to the side.
なあ教授この子誰
He doesn't know her. Hey, Koji, who is this girl? A friend of yours? Like I'd be friends with someone like her. You shouldn't be saying that in front of her in her own mansion. Yuka seems to shrink upon hearing Kyoji's spiteful words.
おい教授お前こんなちっちゃい子に何言ってんだよ
Kyoji, how can you say that? She's a little girl. Kyoji wordlessly glares at Yuka, who suddenly brings a hand to her mouth.
ごめんなさい。やっぱりお兄ちゃんは怒ってるんだ。
I'm sorry, you're still mad at me, aren't you? Her clear, large, crystal-like eyes well up with tears. Huh?
ユカがつきまとったから、だからお兄ちゃん、ユカのこと嫌いになっちゃったんだよね。
Emotional abuse. Shut the fuck up, girl. You hate me because I keep following you around, don't you? No, just because you're really fucking creepy and insulted all his friends, that's why. Kyoji stammers, confused. Feels like all of his animosity from before has drained out of him. Yuka remains seated, hanging her head like she's on the verge of tears.
ごめんね。ユカ、お友達がいないからお話ししたかっただけなの。
I am not an emotional person and I cannot be emotionally manipulated, so yeah, this ain't doing shit for me, girl. I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. I just don't have any friends, so I wanted someone to talk to, but I just don't know what to say.
悪気はなかったの。
I really didn't mean to be bad. Small teardrops fall upon her fingers that clench the hem of her skirt.
教授
Kyoji. As a sense of guilt shoots through Kyoji, Shinta elbows him. But is this Yuka really the same girl he saw from before?
うるさい。おせっか。
Yeah, I'm just skipping that. Like we know. How can she be so docile and friendly now when she was so nasty the other day? Some voice in his head warns Kyoji that she's trying to deceive them. Too bad Kyoji is so stupid he won't listen to that voice. Yeah, but seeing tears fall from Yuka's eyes, even as she tries to hold them back, gives Kyoji the uncomfortable feeling that he's bullying a child. You are so easy, Kyoji, so easy. But so is everybody else. Akane rises from the sofa and kneels next to Yuka.
ユカちゃん、泣かないで。
Don't cry,
お
Yuka.
兄ちゃん、口は悪いけど、悪気はないし優しいから。全然怒ってないのよ。
This guy, he's a little foul-mouthed, but he's nice at heart. He's not mad at you. Hey, Akane.
そうでしょ、教授。
Isn't that right, Kyoji? Right? Akane looks at Kyoji, signaling him with her eyes. It's clear she wants him to just nod and agree. Nah. She's treating him like the bad guy here. Nah. There's one thing I gotta ask. Why did you say all those mean things the other day? I'm sorry. So she didn't give you an explanation? Yeah. I don't need your apology. Just answer the question.
ジーノ君、
Chino-kun, even Kika's expression darkens as she tries to stop Kyoji from questioning her. However, he refuses to back down from this. Yeah, as you should. Yuka raises her tear-streaked face.
羨ましかったの。お兄ちゃんたち、仲が良さそうで楽しそうだったから。だからちょっとだけ意地悪を言いたくなっちゃったの。
Bullshit. I was jealous. You're all such good friends and you have so much fun. So I wanted to pull a little prank on you.
本当にごめんなさい。もう絶対に言わない。
I'm really sorry. I won't do it again.
謝りたいなって思ってたら、お兄ちゃんたちがお家の前に来たから。だからお母さんに頼んで呼んできてもらったの。
I wanted to apologize, and then I saw you stop by my house. So ask mommy to call you over for me. Yuka's apology is quite proper. The extent to which she goes to apologize causes even Kyoji to lose the surge to press any further.
お姉ちゃん、許してくれる？
Kirishite nah, bitch. Nah. Will you forgive me, Oni-chan? Kyoji. The pressure of everyone's eyes upon him feel like nails piercing through him. Even Aoi, who's usually disinterested in whatever might be going on, is staring daggers at Kyoji. Sticking to his guns when he's the only person who thinks this way just feels stupid. When Akane, who was the one who got offended, is kneeling next to Yuka and holding her hand, he has no choice but to say yes. Oh, that's great! Yuka beams at him, a rosy blush on her cheeks. She really is cute. Everyone else stares at her, enchanted. When Kyoji has to admit, she looks as cute as those idols on TV. Yuka stares at Kyoji with a grin, looking genuinely happy. Bros, I'm just thinking right now, like, her hair is probably supposed to be white. Like, it's just tinted purple. And I have a lot of white wigs. I could probably tint them purple, but like, I don't really want to maybe mess up my white wigs. But like, yeah, I have white wigs like this, and I have like red ribbons. I don't have contact lenses for her, and I wonder how would I do makeup for her, because like her eyes are really bold, but like it's just art style. Like in reality, she's just supposed to look really small and innocent. So I wonder how I would do her makeup. But I could cosplay Yuka. I don't have her clothes though. Mommy scolded me afterwards. She told me I shouldn't say things like that. Right, Mommy? One from earlier, who has been standing in the corridor, not after a slight pause. I don't think that's her mom, I'ma be real with you. Yes, that's right. That said, looking at the two of them now, they don't look like mother and daughter at all. Yeah, I don't think that's her mom. Yuka is as cute as a doll, but next to her, her mother looks less like her mother and more like her grandmother. Mommy, what about the tea? Huh? Yuka's smile deepens as she cocks her head. Yeah, I think she's abusing this woman. Oh, Mommy, I told you to make them tea earlier. Did you forget already? Yeah, she's terrified of her. Right, you did. I'm sorry. I'll go make it right away. Right now. Yuka's mother looks terribly flustered by this. Her cane slips across the floor, causing her to lose her balance. Fiji and Shinta hurriedly get to their feet to lend her a hand, but she grabs the door just in time, regaining her balance. She then slips into the corridor and dissipates from sight. Fiji furrows his brows. The way Yuka's mother panicked didn't seem normal to him. Why was she so flustered? Yeah, that's probably not her mom. She's just abusing her. As he returns to the sofa, his gaze immediately clashes with Yuka's. You know, despite how she looks, Mommy's kind of a flustered klutz. And she's forgetful too. Yuka brings her hand together and tilts her head. You're on a school assignment, right? Then you can't stay here for long, can you? You only just moved into this abandoned mansion. Still, feel free to take a little break. I'm sick, so I can't go to school, and we only just moved in here. It's my first time talking to so many people at once. I'm so happy. Kyoji and the others end up staying there until just before it's time for them to head back to school. Yuka eagerly tells them she doesn't have a father and that she's lonely. That makes them all the more reluctant to leave. She walks into the entrance hall, crossing her arms behind her back, then rises up slowly on tiptoes to gaze into Kyoji's eyes.
もちろんみんなも
Please visit me again. I mean, all of you, of course.
きっとね
Yeah, for sure. Akane replies with a grin. Bye. Everyone starts walking back the way they came. Kyoji starts to leave as well, but for some reason, his legs suddenly freeze up. Feels like he's just heard someone call for him to stop, almost like someone had tugged on him from behind. As Yuka waves at them, he sees her mother standing behind her in the entrance hall, looking straight at him. The mother's eyes seem to cling to Kyoji. When her gazes meet him, she parts her lips as to say something, but... Huh. Okay, that was scary. What was that just now? Yeah, the mom is like, help me. Call the police. Okay, call the police. Even further behind her mother, at the very edge of the hall, sees a glimpse of something like black fabric. Just then, the mother's expression changes. Oh, it's him. Yuka's mother goes completely pale. She walks, no, flees into the other room, tripping over her bad leg.
お兄ちゃんどうかしたの
What's wrong, Oni-chan? Huh? Despite them being the ones being escorted out, Yuka's mother walks off, stunned. Yuka looks up at him curiously.
お母さんがどうかした
Did mommy do something? Yuka's eyes narrow. No, not really. Actually, is there anyone else in the house besides you and your mom?
ううんいないよさっきも言ったみたいにうちはお母さんと私の二人だけだものどうして
No, there isn't. I told you earlier. It's just me and mommy. Why? I could swear I saw someone else moving around inside. It looked like the cover of a shirt or something. Hearing that, Yuka brings her hand to her mouth and chuckles.
きっとお母さんが窓を開けたままにしてたのよカーテンがなびいてたんだわ
Mommy probably forgot to close the window. You must have seen a curtain flapping around. Right.
まったくお母さんったら本当にドジで嫌になっちゃう後でちゃんと叱っておかなくちゃ
I swear, Mommy can be so careless. I have to give her a talking to. Are you going to kill that woman? Or torture her more? Yuka puts her hands on her hips in a theatrical display of anger, but her big round eyes twinkle impishly. She's going to scold her? I couldn't say that about my mom, not even as a joke. Kyoji even dared to say that his mother would slap him in the face twice. Oh my god, that is not good either. Sure, every family is different, but as far as parent-child relationships go, Yuka seems to be a pretty strange. I mean, me and my, like, family, I just take them as, like, other people. I don't take them as, like, oh, family is, like, you know, everything to you, and, like, you have to bow down to them for letting you live. Like, I don't fucking want to live, okay? Shut the fuck up. I basically treat them as just, like, people who I just have to spend time with, even if I don't really want to. And with my mom, I treat her as like a sister more, like I treat her as a child. Like I'm the one scolding her and telling her to just be mentally okay because like she is doing some dumb shit. And I'm always just there like, can you be quiet for one fucking second? Like, can you stop doing those stupid things you are doing? Gain some senses, woman. Yeah, I mean, I kinda am like Yuka, but like, I'm not abusing my mother. Or whoever the fuck she kidnapped for this role, like, I don't know.
教授行こ
Kyoji, let's go, we're gonna be late. Yeah, I'll be going then.
うまたね
Yeah, see you. Now that they're leaving the place, they notice that the trees almost seem to form a fence around the perimeter of the mansion. The opening between them that leads outside looks like a gate. Everyone's standing there, waiting for Kyoji. I'm sorry I kept you waiting.
いいよいいよ別れでも惜しんでたんだろ
It's fine, don't worry about it. You were reluctant to say goodbye, right? Shinta pokes him in the ribs. Kyoji pokes him right back. Huh? As if.
なんだかんだ言って名残惜しかったんじゃないの？
Despite everything, you didn't want to say goodbye, did you? I mean, that girl looked totally attached to you.
てか教授しか見えてないっていうか？
I mean, you were the only one she was looking at the whole time.
ちょっとマキ君、あんな小さい子に
Yeah, that's kind of creepy.
そういうの言わないでよ。
Hey, Maki-kun, you can't say stuff like that. She's a little girl. Akane raises her voice in annoyance, but Shinta shrugs. A moment later, Shinta slides up to Kyoji, whispering so that Akane can't hear
誰
him.
かさんはやきもちかな？
I think someone's jealous. Huh, are you listening to yourself, man? Kyoji tries to elbow him again, but Shinta dodges away with a chuckle. Aoi and Kika stand a short distance away, huddled together.
地図、結局井戸と祠とあのお家しか描けなかったわね。
In the end, the map ended up being just the well, the Hokora, and this
で
mansion.
も他に何もなさそうだし。
There's nothing else here, though.
そうよね。文句言われたってしいらないって感じ？
Yeah, well, I don't think the teacher can complain about this.
家があるなんて
Jesus Christ. Still, I never knew there was a house around
輸
here.
入住宅とかいうやつなのかな？外国の家を移築したとかさ。姉ちゃんの持ってる写真集にそういう家が載っててさ。
Well, maybe it's one of those imported house things. Like, when they rebuild houses from overseas somewhere else. There were houses like that in one of my sister's photo collections. As he listens to Shinta merrily chatter, Kyoji finds his mood occupied by pensive thoughts. The imploring gaze Yuka's mother directed at him as he left is burned into his mind. Her eyes almost seem to cling to him. Despite being an adult and far more mature than him, she had that kind of look in her eyes. What made her so desperate, Yuka? Concern for her sickly daughter, joy at seeing her girl finally make some friends, anxiety from her uncertain future. Being a boy, Kyoji can't imagine how she must have felt. Even when she was serving him tea while they were chattering with Yuka, the woman seemed restless, fidgeting back and forth.
ゆかちゃん、かわいそうだね。
Poor Yuka-chan, though.
お父さんいなくて、お母さんも体の具合悪そうだったし、ゆかちゃん本人も病弱で、
She doesn't have a dad, her mom looks old and frail, and Yuka-chan herself is sickly.
あんな山奥で学校にも行ってなくて、友達もいなくて、きっと心細くて寂しいよね。
She lives off in the mountain, can't go to school, has no friends. She must be so lonely and miserable. Oh, Akana, if she hears you, you are going into the chopping board first. Wow, the wig is pulling off hairs. I'm really tired already, and the sun is setting, and I probably look really dark on video. So I'ma just end the video here because yeah, I think it probably won't be an hour long, who knows, but I think it's an okay time to end this. I mean, I have some thoughts. Like, the house is very off. Like, it doesn't really make sense that it's like that. I guess they just did it for the ominous feel, like, oh, like, it's a mysterious house in the middle of the woods, like, oh no. But it kind of leaves me unsatisfied with the fact that it's just done there for, like, the creepiness effect, when, you know, like, it just doesn't make any logic sense. Jesus Christ. Like, it doesn't make any logic sense for the mansion to be there, for it to look like that, and for nobody to know that that mansion is there. Like, it's very supernatural feeling. I don't know. I mean, the whole game is supernatural feeling. But yeah, it's... and the woman, like, now I'm interested, like, who she is. Like, did they kidnap her? Is it one of the victims that they, like, found? Like, is it the woman who was being sexually harassed at work? Like, is it that woman? Or is it some other woman, like they call even before that, that they just have as their maid and somebody to, you know, be as her mom, like pretend to be? Or maybe it's her actual mom, but she's scared of her daughter. Who knows? Yeah, but I'm a bit frustrated at the fact that they pretended to give me a choice of if I go inside of the house or if I don't. What's the point? I just don't see the point in giving me the option if you're gonna do something I don't want to anyways. Like, what's the fucking point? And also, the fact that the hearts appeared, that kind of threw me off guard. Like, in my mind, that means that all of the girls liked it, but all of the girls actually wanted to go in there, so I don't know, is that like something that will help you keep them alive later on? Like, is that like a good choice? I don't know. Yeah, I have no clue. I'll wait and see. Yeah, I don't know how much we have of Akane's route left, but I think a lot more creepy stuff will start happening, and like, yeah, there's been a lot of cuts of like backstories and like what's happening that you don't see, and I actually really like that. Yeah, I can't wait for more of that to happen. Like, I really like just the text on screen and like a background that just saying like what is happening at that moment. I actually really enjoy that. Yeah, I hope there's more of that. But also a few like gore CGs would be kind of nice, not gonna lie. Like, that's what I'm here for, you know? So yeah, let's continue next time. Bye bye!